Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, Wednesday night law class. We are located at 2213 McDonald Avenue, Richmond, California. If you are so-called Black, Latino, or Native, you are absolutely invited. Come join your brothers, come join your sisters, learn the truth about your culture, be unindoctrinated from all the lies that we have been force-fed, and learn how to serve the Lord in spirit and in truth. Go through the fire, man, not through that dirty pool y'all call a baptism tank. Come into the truth. Be taught by the priests and prophets of the Lord. Under Commanding General Yohana, since 1969, we have been teaching this truth to all so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Natives who will listen, and those who don't listen now will listen soon. All right? So, of course, this is Christmas Eve. All of the wickedness, all of the people that are rushing to get last-minute gifts, all the people that can't wait to put a Christmas tree, a Christmas present under a tree when they did all the work for the damn present, but they're going to let some jolly old white man take all the credit for all that overtime, all of that BS you dealt with at work. You're going to give the credit to a white man. That sounds like a slave, man. Christmas is pagan. It is an abomination. The Lord is against Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, your birthday. He's against Thanksgiving. He's against Halloween. He's against everything that you find to be so desirable because your ways are not the ways of the Most High. And that is why so many people are going to be put to death when Christ returns. The funny part about it is that Christ don't want y'all to change, because he don't. If everyone changes, Christ don't get to put anyone to death. So everybody's gonna have to pay that chose Barabbas over Christ and told Caesar to crucify him. We have no king but Caesar. Yeah, y'all got a day coming too. The Romans as well as the traitors, Israelites in our community. All right. Since we're on the eve of that day, while I wasn't going to pull this scripture, let's get it anyway. I believe it's in Jeremiah chapter 10. Yeah, let's do it. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. If you have, if you're on social media, before you leave, please like, share, comment. If you do not comment, if all you do is share and like, it's like it didn't happen. So even if you comment with an emoji or a letter, a number, exclamation point, just before you dip, leave a comment as well. It helps the algorithm. It gets this out to more people. And so many people are going to suffer tomorrow morning. So many families are going to get broken up tomorrow morning over a damn power tools. Going to get broken up over, oh, you didn't get me the latest video game. Oh, I don't have the shoes that everybody else is going to have. So many families are destroyed over items that you can buy at the store any time of the year. But everybody wants to keep up with the Joneses and do what the white man is doing, do what the oppressor is doing. And so many people are going to suffer for that reason. All right. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel." Listen, it's O house of Israel in the New Testament. It's O house of Israel in the Apocrypha. It's O house of Israel in the Old Testament. There is no different person that the Lord gives a damn about. The Lord only cares about so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 2, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen." That's the most important part of separating from the culture of your oppressor. You forgot the white man stole this land from the Native Americans. You forgot California did not belong to the Americans. You forgot Black people, we are also illegal immigrants. We were illegally brought into this country with money, of course, but we were brought here as cargo. You forgot, and hundreds of years later, you're joined hand with the same people that have destroyed your life, that have taken this continent from its true owners, and you've assimilated, you've Hellenized, you have Stockholm syndrome. Well, it's time to wake up, man. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Don't be like how your oppressors are. Don't be like how Indian people are. Don't be like them. What are the Muslims believing? They believe in that star and that crescent moon. They look up in the sky and see a crescent moon and the stars, and they think, oh, Allah. You know what I'm saying? The damn Scientologists, the damn astrologists, the damn Christians look up in the sky and they're scared by what they see. We're not to be like them. When we look up in the sky, we're supposed to know that's where our salvation is coming from. Keep reading verse 2. For the heathen are dismayed at them. Verse 3, Jeremiah chapter 10. For the customs of the people are vain, meaning worthless. There's no fruit in them. You don't get anything from doing the customs of your oppressor. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. So what is this speaking about? This is speaking about Christmas. Think about November, about November 20th, but definitely the day after Thanksgiving, you started seeing all of those alpine evergreen trees roll in the same yard, the same place that had the pumpkins a second ago. Now it's got the tree. Same place I was selling you turkeys a minute ago. Now it's got a tree. It's damn near like a sweatshop. They just move one product in after they get done with the other product. So now this is back in the days, right? Now we got machines. But back in the days, you'd have to have a man go into the forest, find these trees, and hack at it with the axe. Hack at it with the axe, all right? Verse 4, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. That's how you know this is talking about a Christmas tree. If you did not know, Christmas is pagan. It is the worship of the African Nimrod. Nimrod was one of the very first conquerors of the known world. And in his death, he was buried under an evergreen tree. And when that evergreen tree grew, his mother was so in love, she missed her son so much that she said that he was in the evergreen tree because the tree never sheds, right? They're not the type of tree that loses its leaves and has to grow some back. So she said, my son, Nimrod, he's in the tree, right? They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. That deck in the tree is a part of the sacrifice. The ornaments weren't always balls of tinsel or whatever you make Christmas ornaments out. It wasn't always strings of popcorn, you know what I'm saying? It used to be silver and gold the way they set it up, right? And you would present your gift to Nimrod. That is why people put the present under the tree. The process of buying up, for the kids, Christmas is not real. Santa Claus is not real. No one comes down a chimney and leaves you gifts. If anything, Krampus is more real because a lot of you kids is bad as hell. You don't deserve a damn thing. All right. So you go to the store, you buy the item, you buy the gift wrap and the tape and the bow and the ribbon. You take it. It's a race car. You could just do this, parent. Give it to your kid. Just give your kid the race car. But no, you sacrifice the present to Nimrod first. So you buy the race car, you wrap it up, you tape it, you put a bow, you put the little card on it that says, to my child. And some of y'all, wow, y'all say, from Santa. Ain't nobody named Santa bought that gift for your kid. That would be pedophile. Because why is some grown man buying your kid presents? That's nasty. You understand? But you go through all of that work, then put the present under the tree. What happens Christmas morning? You force or allow your child to get that present from under the tree. You sacrifice your child to Moloch. You've caused your child to go through the fire. You've taught them a lie, and you've taught them how to participate in pagan culture. That's why we're not supposed to learn the ways of the heathen. All right, let's keep going. Verse 5, Jeremiah chapter 10. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. Meaning the tree, because you nailed it down and you got it looking good, decked out, it stands up like a palm tree. But what does it say? It can't speak. They must needs be born because they cannot go. What does that mean? That means the tree can't get from the forest, uproot itself, and then walk to your house, knock on the door like that. Hey, yeah, Christmas tree. I know I was looking in your window and I see a good place where I can go. Open the door. It can't do that. You have to carry it. When you go to Home Depot to get that tree, what do you got to do? You got to carry it. You got to put it on top of your car, tie it down. The tree don't get there by itself. You get there. You get it there. You understand? Keep going. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. The tree is worthless. You don't have to be afraid not to celebrate Christmas. The tree is doing you neither good nor bad. If you don't celebrate Christmas, you'll live. You don't have to decorate. You don't have to buy gifts. You don't have to put yourself through the damage, what it does to you mentally, observing heathenistic culture. I'm trying to tell you something. If Christmas was a black thing, white people wouldn't do it. You want to know why black people celebrate Christmas? Because it's a white thing. And you've been oppressed so long, you want to do the white thing. That's the problem. All right. Verse 6. Verse 6 is perfect. Verse 6. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great. Thou art great. And thy name is great in might. Meaning there is no God besides the Most High. All of that worshiping, Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh, Christ. All of that, that's devil worship, basically, man. Christmas is worshiping the devil. Who is the devil? Our oppressor, the white man. That's all you're doing. So for you to be against ICE, for you to be against deportation, for you to be against police brutality, for you to be for Native American rights, for you to believe that Native Americans deserve to have their land back or more land than what they got, how the are you celebrating the oppressor's holidays? You've been indoctrinated. You gotta wake up. You're asleep right now. You have to wake up. Wake up. Like it's the first of the month. Get up. All right. So let's go into what I was going to break down now. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 9 and 10. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. Let me tell you something, man. You don't like to hear about Christmas being a negative thing. The Bible is telling you that if you turn your ear away from hearing what God has to say about Christmas, don't even get on your knees and pray. Don't do any type of prayer because your prayer is an abomination. It's wicked to the Lord. Because what man would want a woman that's sleeping with another man to come home to him like everything's okay? That don't work. You smell like another man. Ugh, get away from me. You belong to that man now. You're no longer mine. What the hell? Why you have to stop? Don't even touch me. That's what your prayer is like to the Lord. when you don't even want to hear what he has to say. It's like a father with his children. If a father tells his children what to do and they don't listen, and then they turn around and say, can you buy me this, buy me that? The hell is wrong with you? No. Do what I tell you to do, and then we can buy those things. All right? It's a give and a take. It's hand washing. If you want to pray to the Lord, you got to know who you're praying to. You're praying to the God that doesn't change. So if he gave you a commandment 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 years ago, it's the same commandment 6,000 years later. Don't get it twisted. Verse 10, Proverbs chapter 28. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. That is the Christian church. The Christian church causes you to go astray. And the same pit that they're carving out for you is the one that they're going to fall in. They're setting you up to not get the kingdom. They're not going to get the kingdom. You understand? So I would suggest you do what the second part says. Part 2 of verse 10, Proverbs chapter 28. But the upright shall have good things in possession, man. Upright are those who keep the Lord's laws, which is basically this. Hey, Shalom, how about you? It's basically as simple as this, all right? The church told you the law is done away with. Don't listen to the church. That's as simple as it gets, man. That everything the church tells you, do the opposite. The church say go right, you go left. The church say go down, you go up. Don't do anything that the church is telling you to do, because it's all, the foundation of the church is a lie, all right? You see all the stuff happening with Jeffrey Epstein? Ooh-wee. That's your church. That's your Greek fraternities. That's the Roman Catholic Church. It's all, the whole world is a PDF file reading. That's the big secret. The big secret is every institution has PDF files in it. The damn Olympics of course the Olympics got them. They damn near naked. The society is producing the PDF files, but the church is harvesting them and pumping them out into society. The same way the church is creating, it creates the mafia. It's just a place where they can harness that power. The church produces the pimps. The church produces the whores. It all goes back to that. And those are the same people that are telling you God said that Christ came because we weren't doing the law, so that he could die for our sins and we can continue to not keep the law. Now, what sense does that make? It don't make a damn lick of sense. All right. So let's go to Psalms 119, verse 126. Verse 126, Psalms 119. If it is time for thee, Lord, to work, it is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. This is in the Old Testament. What's happening in the New Testament? We're in the New Testament. They've made void the law. I'm reading out of the survival scrolls. It says it right here. You can read it right with me. Psalm 119, verse 126. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. What does that sound like besides the Christian church? Everybody swears on a stack of Bibles when they go to court. But the church is teaching us not to follow laws. So we're going to break other laws as well, because there's no integrity being taught in our place of worship. People go to church. Some people go to church on Mondays. Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Some people spend at the bare minimum 4 days, 3 in some cases. And they're being taught that don't read any of this other part of the book. Any Christians, if you could just type in the chat, how many verses of the Bible have you ever read or do y'all read? In your life of going to church, do you know any verses besides John 3:16 and there is neither Jew nor Greek? Do you know any other verses? Because last time I checked, y'all scared of the book of Revelation. How the hell y'all scared of words? How the hell y'all scared of a book in the Bible? That's very European of you. Very, very Caucasian of you. Very Jewish of you. All right. Verse 127. Therefore, I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. And that's how you have to be when it comes to keeping the Lord's laws. The world is offering you gold and fine gold as long as you worship Satan. If you worship God, you get none of it. If you keep the commandments, you get none of what the world is offering you. Your mindset has to be what was written. Therefore, I love thy commandments above gold. You have to, the love of money is the root of all evil. That is why you have a Jeffrey Epstein. That's why the Christian church, specifically the black church, has received over $420 billion, if I'm not mistaken, in tithes since the 60s. That's the collective whole of all black Christendom. What has it done for the black community? Is the black community doing better than it was in the 1920s when we were in Tulsa and Greensboro and we had hospitals, we had oil fields, we had libraries, we had business after business, airports, railroads, we had business after business. I'm pretty sure if the devil didn't come and burn that down and steal everything that wasn't nailed down there, I'm pretty sure we'd be doing more than $420 billion. But since that ain't what happened, what has the church done with the $420 billion for the black community alone? Not a damn thing. The air conditioners still don't work in your church. The deacons, the choir still need new choir robes in your church, yet they collecting all of your grandmother's money, all of your grandfather's money, man. Because their love for money is what destroys society. All right. Verse 28, Psalms 119. Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. Listen, if you want to serve the Lord, man, you can't be agreeing to disagree at Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shemalata, Most High Christ. Most High Christ is Yom Shalom Yahweh Shemalata, and Shalom Yahweh Shem Shemalata. Like, Salakia. Train of thought just went out the window. Therefore, I esteem thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. Like that has to be your mindset when it comes to this Bible, man. Just focus on it. Let me tell you something. If you keeping the commandments of the Most High, you're more inclined to come into the Isupk than if you don't keep the commandments of the Most High. Because there's only one thing you're missing when you keep the commandments, right? Two things, actually. The proper understanding of what you're doing and the brotherhood portion of it, okay? I wish I was here yesterday. I had a cold breakdown for brotherhood, right? But, shit. Train of thought slips again. Let's keep going, all right? Psalm 119, verse 134. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. Verse 135. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant, and teach me thy statutes. This is the mindset that you want to have. That's what I want. That's what I was saying. You want to constantly have the mindset that, man, these precepts are more important. Hey, Shalom, these precepts are more important than what the world is trying to tell me. The world is trying to pull me away from the Lord. You got too many great examples in the scriptures of how to not draw yourself away from the Lord. The world, I was I was watching this movie with my rib today called Who Made the Potato Salads? It's terrible. All right. But the heavy point is this. There was a heavy mentioning of pork. They was like, man, this brother don't eat pork. What? You don't eat pork? Yeah, he don't eat pork. And because he was trying to impress the girl's parent and her brother and the people around, he had no backbone to be like, hell no, I don't eat no damn pork. That's disgusting. That's a walking trash can. Have you ever heard of the trash pigs in New York? Yeah, pigs are used to eat things that aren't digestible. And they digest that shit and they shit it out. And that's how that was the original garbage can. You don't eat a garbage can. Like, that's the mentality you're supposed to have. And that's the mentality you have when you keep the precepts, right? The law, statutes, and commandments. This is the verse I was going to pull when I was talking about brotherhood. My bad. This is what you're missing when you're not in ISUPK. Two things. You're missing the understanding of the scriptures, and you're missing the brotherhood portion of it. All right, this is the brotherhood portion of it. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4. There is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. Like, you're missing that, brother. You can't do this on your own. You can't do this in some fake Israelite group. That's not how the truth works. The truth is in one place. Whoever was here first, that's where the truth is at. It doesn't leave. It doesn't leave that place. Christ, John the Baptist was doing his thing, but Christ was where the truth was. It wasn't with John the Baptist. It wasn't with anybody else that came before. It was no other Israelite sect. It was with the one sect that Christ established. Christ established the ISUPK. So you can be out there not eating pork, not eating shrimp, not eating crab. You can be, what do you do on, because I did the same thing when I was like you. What you going to do for Passover this year? It's April 4th, Houston, Texas. What are you going to do for Passover in April? First, are you going to do it on the right day? Are you going to participate in the slaughter of the lamb, huh? Are you going to come to General Hyman Scripture Breakdown class or not, huh? You going to go to the kids' party? You going to go to the women's brunch? Are you going to, what are you doing to open up the Feast of Unleavened Bread? You understand? If you plan to make lamb with horseradish for Passover and unleavened bread and sit in front of a TV and drink wine and have your little, maybe your little matzah bread, the little flat bread you can get from Safeway, if you plan to do that instead of making the pilgrimage, you got to pillage that mind, but the pilgrimage to go to Houston, Texas, you're not doing it right. You read the story of Christ's parents making a pilgrim. I don't want to pillage it. I want to kill. You heard of Christ, Joseph, and Mary, and them going to Jerusalem because they had to make the pilgrimage from where he lived to the city of David to observe the Passover. That's how it works. Until you see the brotherhood in the ISUPK, then you don't understand how off you are, because it's only one body. If you over here doing something by yourself, that's a different body, right? You have to be in the one place. All right. So with that, let's go back to where we were at. Psalm 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. How could you let somebody tell you the law is done away with when the law is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just read the Bible and you'd understand this. You can't. Christ did not come to destroy the law. He said it out of his own mouth, verbatim. So who's more impressive and who's more powerful? Whose life is more righteous and whose is more wicked? Christ or your pastor? Christ or the system of Christianity? Just because you see Christ and Christianity don't mean they're the same thing. Christ, he would not with Christianity at all. It's going to be probably one of the first things he blow up. All of the Caesar Borgia's heads going boom all at one time. Because it's bullshit, man. You already painted in the wrong color, and then you making up lies about the story and what he said and what he came to do. You understand? So the law is the truth. You can't get around that. Stop trying to get around that. Keep the law. It's very simple. The law covers a vast. The law is how you run a society. That's what the law is. The law is not it doesn't turn you into a police officer. It teaches you how to run an Israelite society. The world has used it. Why do you think the world is the way it is the way it is now? A first world society comes from the Bible. Okay? Let's keep going. Verse 151, Psalm 119. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth. Verse 159. Consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Lord, according to thy loving kindness. Meaning, make me better at what I'm learning, at what I know. Quicken me. Don't make me stay on the fence. Don't make me rebel against what you're telling me because I don't like how it feels. I don't like what it takes from me. Quicken my spirit. You understand? Because remember, he's our Father in heaven, meaning his spirit is the spirit of a father. What kind of son or daughter should you be to a good father? Should you be a terrible child or a good child? Do you know the parable of the two sons? The one son, the father told him to do the thing and he said he would do it and he didn't. Same father told the other son to do a thing and he didn't want to do it, but he repented and then went and did it. Which son did what did the father's will? Not the son that said he would do it and didn't do it. The son that didn't want to do it thought about it and said, damn, he is a good nigga. Let me listen to what he's saying and did what his father told him. That's who you want to be. All right, you want to be on the right. From there, let's go to Psalm 119, verse 163. I hate and abhor lying, but thy law do I love. If you hate and abhor lying, then you hate and abhor Christianity. I call it shittianity. You hate and abhor the Christian church, the Roman Catholic Church, the Islamic mosque, Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, pick another ism. You hate all of them isms, Judaism. You hate them all because they're all lies. You hate lies, all right? But thy law do I love. The Bible is the only book you need to get through life. The Bible and someone to teach you how to wipe your butt, brush your teeth, and clean your body, and put clothes on your body. You get that, the Bible can carry you through all your decisions in life. Okay? And of course, you need the Isupk because you still need understanding on how to use that. All right? Verse 166. I have hoped for thy salvation and done thy commandments. Verse 168. I have kept thy precepts and thy testimonies, for all my ways are before thee. Like that's, if you want to be as carnal can be, do the right thing because the Lord is seeing what you're doing. The Lord knows your actions. He knows your, what they say about, I hate to compare it, but what they say about Santa Claus, he knows what you've been thinking. He knows when he knows you've been asleep. See, I don't even know the damn song. That's how Christmas I am, all right? He knows everything that's going on. He can see your life. He got angels report. So why do you want the report to be, oh yeah, she on hookah, still on hookah, Going to do some more hookah and cigarettes. Yep, chewing tobacco. Yep. Cancer is decreed to come in about 10 days. No, 10 years? Okay, yeah, the cancer will be there in 10 years if she doesn't change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why live that life? Stop now. So that the decree can, nope, she stopped. So the cancer's not going to come. That's all to it. That's how life works. You either do the right thing or you don't do the right thing and get what comes with it. All right? So let me adjust this thing. All right. Okay, from there, let's go to Psalm 137 and verse 5. Psalm 137, verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. Verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth, if I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Like, you have to be reminded where your priorities are supposed to be. You are an Israelite if you are Black, Latino, and Native American, according to your father's descent, right? If your mother is not an Israelite, remember, you are that which went in your mother. I got to do it for them. Went to the egg, boom, 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 did all of that, boom, 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 boom. That's who you are. You are the seed that went into your mother. You are the seed of your father. So if your father is Caucasian, it doesn't matter if you my complexion, doesn't matter if you as dark as this cover I'm wearing. You are not an Israelite. All right, you are whatever your father is. All right. So because of that, you should want to be reminded what you're supposed to be thinking. You're supposed to be thinking, man, I'm an Israelite. You know what Chinese people, even when they're born in America, do? They say, damn, I'm Chinese. Shit, I'm Chinese. What am I supposed to be doing in life? You know, and I'm not going to go with the stereotypes, but they can think that way. They can think, I'm Chinese and I live in America. I want to go back to China. I've been looking at some things about China. I want to go back to the homeland. That's how you have to be, even in the land of your captivity. You have to think, man, I'm an Israelite. Damn, my land is full of white people. And it's going to take an army to get them out because they got the damn dome. They've been getting billions of dollars from America. They got missiles, they got connections. Little old me, I can't do that because, we don't have an army right now. America is not the army of Black people. America is the army of white people that came from the UK, that came from Europe. It's for white people. It's not for us. As you can see, America is not even for Latinos because they let the Latin man live in this country for 30, 40 plus years. And just because they get some racist tyrant in the office, now they're ready to kick out the people. Like, damn, it's not for you. You can't even get a lawyer here. You can't tell the white man stole the land from the Mexicans, right? The Mexican can't turn around and get a lawyer and say, this was my land before white people got here. No, they're gonna say, get your brown ass over there. Either join a cartel or do it the right way. It's like, it's just not for you. This place that you're trying to get to is not for you. And the place that you're at, this place has destroyed it. The only reason Latinos want to come to America is because America destroyed Mexico, Venezuela, Argentina, all of these places, Honduras, you name it. You only want to come here for a better opportunity because America effed up opportunities in your life. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we have to, once again, what's your chief joy, Black man? A white woman. You got to prefer Jerusalem. What's Jerusalem? A Black woman. What's Jerusalem? A Latin woman. What's Jerusalem? A Native woman. You got to prefer that over what you want You want that white woman. You want that Filipino woman. You want these African women. You want these women that are not your woman. Polynesian, all these things. That's your chief joy. You got to prefer Jerusalem. All right? That's just an example. You can use 1,000 of them for women, all other things. All right? From there, let's go to Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. All right? Oh, yeah. What is your chief joy? Christmas. You got to give it up, man. What we just did Hanukkah, right? All right, we just celebrated an 8-day celebration of when black people whooped white people's asses and kicked them out of our homeland. And it was beautiful. It was Judas Maccabees and his brothers, man. They did some mighty stuff, man. Mattathias, their father, did a mighty thing, man. Like, we are warriors by nature, man. We're not docile. We're not NFL players. That's not us. We're not sports. All right. When we got our mind right, man, we are unstoppable. But right now, you just thinking about Christmas. Like, what you get out of that? Out of your kid? Oh, thank you, Dad. You got me the thing that I asked for. Who gives a damn? I'd get that for you any day. Why are you rapping? Like, you are why your kid is so effed up in the head. Because you're a grown-up teaching them how to not grow up. All right. Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. What you want to remember about the Most High is he don't forget. Salah. Tighten this up. One second. Hold that thought. Boom. Wow, I'm in the game, man. All right. So the Lord, what he did in Egypt, he shouldn't forget. It was amazing. He took us out of a superpower's grasp. We were the slaves of that superpower. And the Lord sent one man with his brother and got a whole nation out of another nation by plaguing that nation, man. Look at America, man. Donald Trump is in the Epstein list. A lot of times he went to that. He got on Epstein's plane a lot of times. Like the frogs are spewing their vomit on other frogs now. It's not just destroying black people anymore. The media is destroying the commander-in-chief. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord did a thing back then, and he's doing a thing right now. All right? So he don't forget. So you shouldn't forget who your God is. Verse 3. Let me read verse 2 again. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Christmas is a God. Okay? You're worshiping a God when you celebrate Christmas. New Year's is a God. When you celebrate New Year's, you are celebrating another God. Valentine's is a God. You're worshiping another God when you celebrate Valentine's Day. All of these gods go back to Greek and Romans. It's all white. You're just worshiping a white God, man. And a lot of them nasty. A lot of them are nasty. All right. Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, meaning something that's in the sky, or that is in the earth beneath, meaning something that moves around on the ground, or that is in the water under the earth, or something that swims in the ocean. All right. You're not supposed to make an image of that. Can you make an image of the Most High God? No, because you can't see him. But can you make an image of Muhammad? Yeah. Can you make an image of Kali? Yes, you can. Just pick a religion. Buddha. Yes, that's because they're not really gods. These are creations from man's mind. And they may turn them into gods, but they are not gods. But what happens is you end up worshiping them like they're the God that brought you out of the hell. They're not the God that brought you out the hell. They're not the God that caused all of the firstborn of Egypt to die in a moment. You understand? Firstborn of the cattle, the firstborn of the Egyptians. Those Buddha didn't do that. Kali didn't do that. Muhammad, Allah didn't do that. The Most High, Yahweh, he did it. Yahweh is the Hebrew for the Most High's name. All right? So you can't do that. Don't make an image to somebody. Because once again, you can't make an image to the Most High because you've never seen him before. No man has seen the Most High and lived. What does that mean? That means if the Lord showed his face to you, he wouldn't live to write it down. So you can't do it. All right. Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God. He's not jealous like abroad. He's jealous like I pulled you niggas and you spits and you savages out of some heavy shit. You can't go and serve another God. Hell no. I did that shit. Not that. Y'all carved that thing up. That didn't do it. I did. You know what I'm saying? You can't. That's why he's serious about it. His jealousy is because his love is so strong. It's like, I did this thing. How could you betray me? All right. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. That's how serious he is about his jealousy. What does it mean? It means if you cause the people to err, you're going to die. Then when you reincarnate 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever generation he decide to bring you back on the earth, he's going to punish you then. And who knows how the Lord going to punish you. You might die in an era where people was cranking their cars like this. They hop in and start driving off. You'll come back when Ronald Reagan is president and crack cocaine becomes very popular, and you'll be a crack baby, and you'll be paraplegic, and you'll be blind, and you'll have bones where they break real easy, and you'll have no control of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll have you messed up, and you'll be, your whole family be like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? And it's that payback. You understand? The Lord a real life gangster, man. Just tell you what the book say. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 6. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. That's what the Lord said. The Lord gonna show mercy on those that love him and keep his commandments. But those that hate him, y'all gonna go to hell, man. All right. From there, let's go to the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 6. Shalom, hey, please be sure to like, share, and comment. You have to comment. If you don't comment, your like does, if you're on YouTube, the like doesn't count for the algorithm. Even if you just say a couple words, it adds, it shows an interaction, all right? So please leave a comment as well as a like, as well as a share. And if you aren't already subscribed, some people don't know they aren't subscribed. They think they subscribe, hit the little notice bell, do all of that social media crap, all right? Ecclesiasticus 12, verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Understand? He hates the sinners. He don't just hate the sin. Jeffrey Epstein, So for y'all that don't want to add your mama to this subject, all right? God hates the PDF files, the PDF filatry. He also hates the PDF filer. That make it simpler for you? Would you, all right, put it like that. Who do you hate? What do you hate? Do you hate Epstein or do you hate what Epstein did? Kind of got to hate them both, right? Because you can't hate one and not hate the other. I don't. Jeffrey Epstein is the PDF filer. He's doing the PDF filing. You got to hate the person that's doing the act as well as the act. That's simple. But what do the Christian church teach? God doesn't hate, he hates the sin. He doesn't hate the sinner. That's what the church says. The Bible just said the Most High hated sinners. But the church says he hates the sin and not the sinner. Who you going to believe? The lying-ass Christian preacher, or the truth-telling ass Bible? Simple. All right. And he says he keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Meaning when you pass and your spirit is still in heaven in the fourth dimension, when it's time for you to come back, he's like, yeah, okay, it's showtime. And he send you back, you get born, and you about to pay. Whether you pay at birth or pay later, you going to pay in that next life. Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 13. We are nearly done. Most High Christ. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. All right. Once again, what was that? There was a white, what is his name? White executive in the music industry, right? I had the video on my phone. I can't remember his name, but he's one of those lead Jewish executives in the music industry. He was on the Breakfast Club. He said when Charlemagne, the guy, asked him a question about, well, damn, based on what you just said, it sounds like you're okay with the poison that's happening in the Black community because you're allowing the music that comes out to come out. And he's like, well, yeah, you're right. It's bad, but I gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of wickedness has that the fire burns away. The fire of the moment, right? Whatever causes pressure, right? The pressure of the moment is the fire, and that fire reveals everything to you. All this time, let's take the Diddy Reckoning video. All this time, you may have thought that Pac and Biggie were feuding. Whole time, they was buddies, and it was really nasty ass Diddy wanting to have Suge Knight's girlfriend and wanting Tupac to sign to his label, whatever the hell. And that led to a feud. It wasn't even big and it wasn't even Pac. It didn't have to involve the Bloods. It didn't have to involve the Crips. It didn't have to be East or West Coast. But because of the wickedness, because of the fire, it burnt away everything. And now, 30 years later, we find out Pac and Biggie could still be alive right now. But nope. CIS Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Verse 14. If any man's work, hey, shalom, y'all, Shemala Thug, Shemel Shah, sis, Messiah Christ. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 13. Every man's work shall be made verse 14. If any man's work abide, which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. Meaning, when the fire burns away the dirt and the excess, whatever that is, that's what you're going to receive. All right. When you're refining gold, where does gold come from? It comes from the earth. So your gold is there with the chunks of dirt and the earth and whatever other minerals. But when they put it through that refiner's fire, all of that melts away. And what's left? The gold, whatever's left. So you can have a big old chunk, but after they refine it, it might just be this much left. Whatever that is, that's what it is. All right. Verse 15. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Meaning, what you're doing. Put it like this: your life, when it's all said and done, your life is going to be extinguished. Death is promised to everyone. All right, but whatever you created, whatever you did in this life, if it's worth its weight in gold, even in your death, you're going to be good, because the fire is what fixes you. It's a spirit of fire and truth that is within you, that is the kingdom of heaven. If you have that fire in you, man, it ain't gonna be nothing to burn off, man, because you're gonna be right with the Lord. So on that day, when that time comes, yeah, you're not here no more, but you'll be coming back. And when you come back, man, you're gonna get that reward. You're gonna get that blessing instead of that curse that a lot of people are gonna get. All right, verse 16. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? That's what I was saying. So because you are the temple of God and the Spirit of the Most High dwells in you, that temple is made of fire. The Lord is bringing fire. So these two things should cancel each out positively, meaning there won't be, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I don't remember their names in the Hebrew properly. But what happened when they were brought up in the fiery furnace? They was in there, but who else was in there with them? Christ. He, or Melchizedek, in that vision that he was, in that spirit that he was, right? He was there, and they didn't even have the scent of smoke on them. That's how you'll be going through the fire, when you understand that you are the temple of the Lord and you treat yourself as said such temple. All right. Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. It explains itself. It's 1 + 1, my brother. It's 2 + 2, my sister. It's not deeper than that. You do the right thing, you get right things. You do the wrong thing, you get wrong things. What's the saying? It's the saying that y'all say. You make stupid. You ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers, or whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it is. Either you follow the Lord and live, or you don't follow the Lord and you get destroyed. It's simple. Don't let man steal your reward from you with his fables. That's why Eve listened to the damn serpent. Adam told her, look, this is our culture. Don't do none of that culture. Then you let some man come in who was a snake talk to you. And the woman was like, well, damn, we do have this culture, but you saying that culture is better, and I'm going to like that? It's going to put me up there? I'm going to be better if I take that culture along with this? No, don't listen to that. That's stupid. All right? Temple of God is holy. It's separate. All right? Don't be destroyed. What you have is better than what they want to give you. All right? All right, we're going to wrap it up with this. All right? Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. We're going to read basically down 10 to 18. All right? Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. All right. No matter what, be strong in the Lord. Let your faith be complemented with your works. All right. Do the things that show you have faith in the Lord. Keeping the law of God proves that you have faith in the Lord. Joining the Isupk at the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas, is showing your faith by the work of your sacrifice, of that pilgrimage. That's how you are strong in the Lord. All right. Verse 11, Ephesians chapter 6. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Now, Christians read this and then they sing Fred Hammond. Christians read this and then go have sex with your wife. Christians read this and then sing some LGBTQ version of your favorite songs. Christians read this and then go to the Empire Buffet and eat all the hog maw, all the shrimp, crab, and lobster they can get, or go get a seafood broil. All right. Christians read this and then they go celebrate Christmas. All right. You don't be like them. This ain't a Christian statement. This is not Christian. This is warfare right here. Like, you have to understand that what you're reading, remember, common people wasn't able to always read this. You're really reading what the prophets was writing and sending to each other in the churches. Remember what was happening in Corinth and Ephesus, in Rome. Paul was building up those schools and teaching the Israelites the lifestyle that they're supposed to be living in spite of the culture that they're living in. Yeah, you're not in Jerusalem. That doesn't mean you're not an Israelite. This is what you're supposed to do. Come follow me. Those that follow him, he taught them. They went and taught more people. The whole point is to gather all Israel. But all Israel isn't going to gather because we are a stiff-necked, hard-hearted people. But nonetheless, this is how you prepare those brothers that go out. This is how you prepare those sisters that are going to be an aid to the brothers that come in and to the brothers that go out. Sisters have a very important job. They have to put on armor too, man. What's the biggest armor women have to put on? Polygamy. You have to put on the armor of accepting polygamy, promoting it. Okay? You can't be the type of woman that wants your man monogamously. That's how you get a Joy Morgan. All right? That's how you get your mother's relationships. Ships, plural. You understand? That's how you get all these different relationships that ultimately destroy the community, because you have to put on the armor so that you can sway other women. Women have to turn other women into pick-me's. All right? Women have to be pick-me's. There's no other way. Being independent is dumb. It's biblically dumb. You want me to read the verse? Because I can read. Matter of fact, yeah, I can tell you shaking your head. Like, yeah, read me the verse. I got you. All right. Get Ecclesiasticus chapter 4. If you want to read on your own time, you can start at verse 7, but I'm going to start at verse 9. All right? Sister, two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? Verse 12, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. and a 3/4 cord, is not quickly broken. Meaning all of that independent woman garbage that y'all been taught, it's been just that. You don't have to be alone. You're not better off being alone. All right. It's actually a shame to be alone on purpose. All right. This isn't so much about you and having a relationship with a man. It's about you feeling like you don't need a man. That's wicked. That's like a man saying he don't need a woman. Don't make no damn sense. All right. So again, you have to wear the armor because people are going to make you feel shame for being pro polygamy, shame for not eating shrimp, shame for not celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving. You know, Thanksgiving is the celebrate of the murder of the Native Americans, man, the North American Indians, so-called, right? So why make an excuse that is just to be with your family? That's weak. That means you're not wearing any armor. I mean, you're defeatable because you are not wearing anything to protect yourself. All right. So again, let's read that again. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. And again, I can talk about the brothers, why they got to wear the armor. I probably will by the time I get to this last verse. All right. Verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the wiles, the cunning, the lies, the tricks. You understand? The smoke and mirrors of the devil. You have to wear armor to battle against someone that's been winning battles since the beginning, since the Garden of Eden. You need armor to beat somebody like that. All right. Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, meaning it's not the physical thing. We're not fighting. This is not the fight that we're fighting or wearing armor for. We're not for this. All right. This is a beautiful whip, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh man. It's gonna crack some crackers back one day. All right. We're fighting against, matter of fact, let me keep reading. But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We're wearing armor to battle spiritual wickedness, powers, and darkness. You understand? In high places. What's a very high place? The church. The government. The government is corrupt, bro. Are you watching the news? The government is doing a PDF file cover-up, ring cover-up in front of our faces. Been doing it since 2019. You understand? Like, you have to fight against a society that's going to teach your son that he was born in the wrong body. This society wants your son to cut his penis off. This society wants your daughter to, I don't know how they do it for the girls. I think they got like she go through a surgery where she got to get a pump, like she's trying to put air in her shoe. I ain't gonna do the whole hand motion just to get a fake erection. Like, this society is upside down, inside out, and not correct. You understand? And that's who we're fighting against. All right. Verse 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. All right. You want to be able to do everything that says, I took a stand, I fought the good fight, man. When you die, you have to endure to the end, but you want to be prepared to endure. All right. Verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. So you want the truth, the law, right, is what you gird is your belt. All right. That keeps your pants up. That keeps you, whatever the hell you use a belt for, if you're a woman. All right. You're a man. That belt is so that you can run without having to pull your pants up, right? Think about it like that, right? Without the truth, you wearing baggy pants. You can't do this. And you know how your legs look. Your legs is penguin, right? So, but with that belt on, now you can run. You can do your whole proper stride. All right, that's what the truth is. The law allows you to do all of the proper movements, get the best pace, win. All right. Girt about with truth and having on the breastplate of righteousness. This is your the breastplate. The breastplate is what you put on to protect your heart. You understand? So right here, you want to have righteousness. The righteousness allows you to, you don't cower. You're not, oh, no, yeah, what it is. What it do. Damn right. That's right. Yep. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Hell no, I don't celebrate no goddamn Christmas. I know fuck, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no pagan. I ain't no heathen. I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? That's what that breastplate of righteousness allows you to do. All right, verse 15. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Meaning your feet have shoes that are prepared to, what do you do? What do you use your feet for? Your shoes for? To protect your feet, to travel, transport, walk, to move. You want to move in the gospel of peace. What is the gospel of peace? The peace that comes with knowing, as an Israelite, man, I have a code of conduct. I have a way, I got a destination. This is not it for me. I don't have to live YOLO in here. I live for the Lord. You understand? And I teach this to my people. What is the gospel of peace? Christ said it to the woman that wanted her daughter healed. He said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's the gospel of peace. To know that the lost sheep of Israel have not been forgotten. Even if the Lord had 99 of 100, he would leave that 99 and go find that one. That's the God you serve. That's the king that reigns, that's going to sit at the right hand of power. Someone who would know he got all 99 and say, I know I'm missing that one. Y'all stay here, abide until I return, do exactly what I told y'all to do. I'm going to go get that one and I'll be back. He don't send somebody else to do it. He goes himself. That's the gospel of peace. Verse 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Right? What is your faith? Your faith is your belief as well as your works. Faith without works is dead. Works without faith don't make no damn sense. All right? So you wear that shield to protect from the darts, the archers. They're Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. All these things, you wear that shield, you guard against it, shut them off, and then you attack. You attack with your words. All right. You attack with the truth. All right, with the knowledge of the truth. Verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Like I said, with that sword, that's how you attack. The sword is coming from your mouth, all right? And the helmet of salvation, right? You protecting your dome. The salvation is for Israel. You got to always remember that. No matter what, the Bible wasn't talking to the entire goddamn planet. It was only talking to the Israelites. Doesn't matter who they are. We know who they are. But what I'm saying is it doesn't matter who they are. If you're an Israelite, you get the salvation. If you're not an Israelite, you don't get the salvation. Who are the Israelites? Blacks, Latinos, and natives. We are the Israelites. The salvation is ours. So that's a part of our gear. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep that in your mind, who gives a damn? All right. Verse 18, Ephesians chapter 6, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereupon with all perseverance and supplications for all saints. Who are the saints? let's actually read who the saints are. All right. Psalm 147. Is that it? It might be Psalm 148. Yeah. Psalm 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord, man. I don't have no shades on. You understand? Praise the Lord. Give the Lord a hand for being the Israelites. The Israelites are the saints, man. So this is how we have to be, man. This is how we have to think. This is why the law is so important. Isupk since 1969 has been teaching blacks, Latinos, and natives what they need to do to serve the Lord, how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We show you that it's not easy, not hard. We show you that it's not grievous, which is what I was trying to say. It's very easy to keep the laws because some laws ain't got a damn thing to do with what you got to do today. Some law, if you don't have a certain type of business, some of them laws don't even apply to you. When you get a business, though, then you apply those laws. Some laws don't apply to you because you are a man. You understand? Those laws are for women. And some laws don't apply to you because you're a woman. Those laws apply to you because you're a man. The Isupk will teach you what laws matter to you, what laws you have to enforce. Of course, all the laws, but we'll teach you how to live this lifestyle without making it this impossible feat that the Christian church is trying to make it when they tell you that God told you the law was done away with. You want to know why they're telling you God said the law was done away with? Because the church didn't get the law to give you. So they're not, it's the best, okay. Last thing, right? The best way to understand why the Christian church says the law is done away with, and the Isupk teaches you what the Bible says, what Christ said, that the law is not done away with, is Solomon when he had the two women fighting over the one child. Two women had the babies at the same time, and they both laid with their children. One woman, when she laid with her child, the child died. Other woman laid with her child didn't die. So when the woman whose child died realized that her child was dead, she took the woman whose baby was alive. So this ruckus made its way to King Solomon. King Solomon said, all right, what's the case? They said, look, this is my baby, both of them. The woman whose baby it was said, that's my baby, that's my baby. The woman who said it was, whose baby it was, said, no, that's my baby, that's my baby. Solomon said, all right, well, since both of y'all want the kid, but it's only one child, someone bring the sword, we're going to cut it in half. Then you can get half of the baby, and you can get the other half of the baby. The woman whose child it wasn't said, yeah, that's cool, that works. Why would she say that? Because she already lost her kid. This kid ain't her kid, so if she loses it, who gives a damn? She's already in mourning for the actual loss. The woman whose child it was said, no, just if you got to do all of that, give the child to her. Solomon, with the wisdom the Lord gave him, said, get a baby to her. That baby belongs to her. That's why the Christian church is telling you the law is done away with, because it don't belong to them to enforce or to not enforce. So because white people have no inheritance with the law, of course they're going to tell you that the law is done away with, because you gain everything from keeping the law. Don't fall fool to that. April 4th, 2026, Houston, Texas, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Before that, we have Purim coming up on Monday and Tuesday. Monday, the 2nd, Tuesday the 3rd, March 2026. So isupk.com is the website. If you have any questions, go to the website, call your camp leader, We all on Facebook. We all on Instagram. We all on Twitter. We on all TikTok, every app. We there. To all the brothers, shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Barakatham. To all the sisters, shalom. Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bashim Yahushai.